Greetings and welcome to the children of the world. This morning I'm joined by my granddaughter. Her name is Shreya. She is 6 years old, uh, but she's interested in the children of the world. She feels that she needs to do something for the children of the world, and she is willing to take a little trouble over it. So she got up early in the morning. We are doing this video, as you can see, in the morning. And she has learned a poem by Tagore. And this is hymn number 8 from Gitanjali. Gitanjali is the work for which Tagore was given the Nobel Prize for Literature. So it's a very important piece of literature. And it's a privilege for children to learn these short, nice, beautiful poems. I'm going to ask Shreya to read hymn number 8 of Gitanjali. And after she has read, I'll say a few words. So over to Shreya.
The child who is decked with princess robes and who has jeweled chains around his neck loses all pleasure in his play. His dress hampers him at every step in fear that it may be frayed or stained with dust. He keeps himself from the world and is afraid even to move. Mother, it is no gain thy bondage of finery, if it keeps one shut off from the healthful dust of the earth. If it rob one of the right of entrance to the great gate fair of common human life.
Good.
Thank you.
Very good. Well done. Okay. Next time you read it louder. Okay. Now I'm going to read it again so that it becomes clearer. The child who is decked with princess robes and who has jewel chains round his neck loses all pleasure in his play. His dress hampers him at every step. In fear that it may be frayed or stained with dust, he keeps himself from the world and is afraid even to move. Mother, it's no gain thy bondage of finery, if it keeps one shut off from the healthful dust of the earth, if it rob one of the right of entrance to the great fair of common human life. So that's the point, right? Now, obviously, we don't expect perfection from a little child. God expects everyone to perform according to the gifts and graces given. So it's enough that we do our best within our limitations. And therefore, I feel grateful that my little granddaughter has joined me in this. She is willing to participate in my mission. And this is something I want to specially underline. See, a child is able to contribute something to my mission. She shares my commitment to the children of the world. Now, to the parents, I want to say that we should try and involve our children in all that we do. Very often we have disparaging, stereotypical assumptions about what a child can or cannot do. Very often that is not based on facts. These are all matters of presumptions and prejudices. A child can do a great deal. So, by allowing children to share in and participate in what we are doing, two things happen. One, they themselves grow and get motivated to grow even more. Secondly, our own work becomes more meaningful. Frankly, in this context, it is not that I am helping her. Truth to tell, she is helping me. I feel greatly helped when a little child joins me in this mission to bring something of a positive attitude to life into the life of the children of our times. So that's the one thing I want to emphasize. Now, going into the poem, looking at the poem, uh, the overall theme is that having too much of the things of the world or burdening ourselves with the accoutrements of life interferes seriously with our ability to enjoy life and to participate in life. Now, with this as the overall idea, let's look at each of these lines. Tagore says, the child who is decked with princess robes and who has jewel chains round his neck. You might think that is a great privilege or a great advantage for a child to be decked in the clothes of princess and to have the jewels of kings and princes. But Tagore says it's actually a disadvantage because a child who is burdened with all of that loses all pleasure in his play. You cannot have a child dressed up in this elaborate costume and weighed down with heavy jewelry and play at the same time. By the time you finish dressing up a child, putting all the ornaments on her, she becomes unable to move. She can't play, right? So the joy of life is in playing, the freedom of life. Children enjoy playing. No, you enjoy playing.
Yes.
Suppose we put on you all kinds of clothes and all jewelry and all that, and you're also clad in your shoes, and you won't be able to play, right? You feel inhibited. When you play, you have to play. Sit properly. You have to you play in light clothes, right? The same is true about life. If you want to enjoy life, you have to be light about life. If you have too many things, burdened with too many things, then we will not be able to enjoy life. That's what the poet is saying. His dress hampers him at every step. Now, if you examine, for example, bishops and priests walking in their long robes, you can't expect them to run, right? If a man in cassock runs, he'll fall down. Okay, so we have to be light. For example, if you look at an athlete
Is
wears
wearing a bunny.
banian and shorts, right? He need not be wearing a three-piece suit and boot and all the suited, booted, right? So we have to be also light. That's the idea. Okay. So now, if you burden a child with all that, his dress hampers him in every step. Right. Now, next. In fear that it may be frayed. Now,
Or stain.
That is to say, if I go and play, my very beautiful clothes, my expensive clothes will get dirty or get crumbled. Then that very thought prevents the child from play, right? Whereas if you are wearing light clothes, informal clothes, you just can go and play. You're not bothered, right? You can play freely. Then, what is the next line? Or stained with dust, he keeps himself from the world. So he keeps himself away from the world. He doesn't go out and play. A child who is dressed up elaborately will not go out and play, will rather stay indoors, right? Okay, next. And is afraid even to move. Okay, right? You agree with the poet? Do you?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Okay, now. Mother.
Mother.
Read that.
It is no gain thy bondage of finery.
Bondage of finery. That is, all the fine clothes and jewels that you put on the child is bondage. Bondage means slavery. It denies freedom of movement. So, mother, it is no gain. It is no good. It is not an advantage. It is not a good thing. It is no gain thy bondage of finery. All the expensive, valuable things that you put on me makes me incapable of movement. So I am like a man or a person in bondage, in chains. I'm not able to move. So bondage of finery. Then, if it keeps one shut off from the healthful dust of the earth, when you go out and play,
if it rob one of the right of entrance to the
great
fair of common human life.
The joy of life, the freedom of life, the spontaneity of life lies in the common human life, the life that we share. And all these other things that we add on to ourselves, they make us less than human. They interfere with our freedom to play, to be natural, to enjoy life. So it's much better to have a basic necessities. For example, you have clothes. You can't be running around naked, so you must have clothes. At the same time, if you cover yourselves with heavy clothes and all jewelry, then you won't be able to go and play.
And we won't be able to
run, and then you feel burdened. Okay, and you won't even like to go out of the house, right? So the poet in his own way tells us and tells the children of the world, the parents of the world, look, parents, when you take care of your children, do not burden them with things. Allow them freedom of movement. Let them go and mix in the dust and play with whatever they want. Let them be free to play. Yeah? Don't impose all your ideas of being clean and well dressed and presentable and all the rest of it.
Wear a t-shirt or a pant.
That's more than enough, right? Okay. Or even shorts. Even shorts. So that's what he's saying. You like this poem? You agree with what the poet is saying?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So let's now greet the children of the world and wish them a very good day. You say, my dear friends, have a very good day.
My dear friends, have a very good day.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay. And find time to study and to play.
Find time to study and to play.
Thank you all the very best.
Thank you.